The silent struggle, when your legs begin to fail you. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair only to feel like your legs have suddenly forgotten how to work? Or taken a few steps across the room and felt a strange heaviness settle into your knees, like they're carrying more than just your body weight? Maybe it's been happening slowly, so slowly that you didn't even notice at first. One day, climbing the stairs feels a little harder. Another day, standing in line at the grocery store makes your calves burn with fatigue. And then one morning, you look down and realize your legs don't feel like yours anymore. This isn't just getting old. This isn't just slowing down. This is something deeper, something many people over 60 are quietly suffering through, alone, every single day. It's the slow, silent weakening of the legs, a condition that creeps in unnoticed until suddenly, it's everywhere. It's the missed step, the stumble on the sidewalk, the fear of falling, the embarrassment of needing help where once you stood tall. It's the loss of independence, disguised as natural aging. And here's what most people don't realize. This weakness may not be caused by time itself. It may be caused by the very things you eat. Or worse, by the vitamins you've been taking to protect yourself. Yes, you read that right. The same supplements you trusted to keep your bones strong, your muscles healthy, and your joints pain-free might actually be working against you. A story too many can relate to. Let me tell you a story, not about someone else, but maybe about you. Imagine waking up one morning and stepping onto the cold bathroom tile. Your feet hit the floor, but something feels off. There's a wobble in your stance, a slight tremor in your balance. You steady yourself on the sink, thinking, just woke up too fast, or didn't get enough sleep last night. But the next morning, it happens again. And the next. Then comes the moment that changes everything. You're walking through your kitchen, no rush, no danger, when suddenly your knee buckles. Just for a second. But it's enough to send a jolt of fear through your chest. You catch yourself before you fall, but the question lingers. What if I hadn't caught myself? That's the turning point. That's when the quiet doubt begins to grow louder. You start avoiding stairs. You hesitate before standing up from the couch. You say no to family gatherings because the thought of walking around all day feels exhausting. You smile and nod when people ask how you're doing, but inside, you're wondering, is this really just getting older? Or is something else going on? The truth is, many seniors believe this kind of weakness is normal. They chalk it up to age. They accept it as part of life after 60. But what if I told you that this wasn't inevitable? What if the real cause lies not in your years lived, but in the choices you make every day? In the foods you reach for when you're hungry, in the snacks you grab between errands, in the vitamins you take without a second thought. Because here's the thing, your body doesn't weaken overnight. It weakens meal by meal, bite by bite, pill by pill, often without you even realizing it. And today, we're going to uncover the hidden forces behind this leg weakness. We'll show you how everyday foods can silently sabotage your strength. How certain vitamins, the very ones meant to protect you, can become dangerous when used the wrong way. And most importantly, we'll give you the tools to fight back. Because you deserve to walk with confidence. You deserve to move without fear. You deserve to live a life where your legs carry you forward, not hold you back. The slow fade, when strength slips away without warning. Think back to 10 years ago, maybe even 5. Did you walk differently then? Could you climb a flight of stairs without hesitation? Could you stand for a while, helping in the kitchen, gardening, playing with grandchildren, without feeling like your legs were giving out? Most people answer yes. So why does it feel different now? The truth is, muscle loss doesn't always come with drama or fanfare. It doesn't knock you off your feet one day. Instead, it sneaks in quietly, like fog rolling in over a lake. One day, you notice you need to hold the railing a little tighter. The next, you find yourself sitting down more often than usual. Then, one afternoon, you try to lift something light, a bag of groceries, a box of books, and your legs just stop cooperating. No injury, no dramatic fall, just a slow, steady erosion of strength that leaves you questioning your own body. This is called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. And while some degree of it is natural, the speed and severity with which it strikes can be dramatically influenced by your diet, your habits, and yes, the vitamins you take. But here's the problem. Most people don't connect their leg weakness with what they eat. They don't think twice about the sugary dessert they had last night. They don't see the link between their morning toast and the stiffness in their knees. And they definitely don't suspect the vitamin bottle on their counter could be making things worse. That's exactly why this conversation matters. Because once you understand what's happening inside your body, how inflammation builds up, how circulation slows down, how nutrition gets blocked, you gain power. You gain clarity. And most importantly, you gain control. A hidden enemy, the foods that steal your strength. Let's talk about something we all love, comfort food. The warm slice of pie after dinner. The crispy fried chicken on Sunday. The soft white bread toasted with butter in the morning. These aren't just meals. They're memories. They're traditions. They're small joys in a world that sometimes feels too big. But what if these comforting foods, the ones we turn to for happiness, are actually hurting us? After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to what you put into it. Every bite has meaning. Every ingredient has impact. And some of the foods we consider harmless, even healthy, can silently strip away your strength. A new beginning, choosing strength over surrender. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You've already taken the first step toward healing. You've opened your eyes to the truth. You've started asking the right questions. And you've begun to write a new chapter, one where your legs carry you forward, not hold you back. The vitamin that slows you down. How vitamin E sabotages your legs. You've already learned the shocking truth about vitamin A. How something so essential to your health can become dangerous when taken in excess. But there's another vitamin hiding in plain sight, quietly affecting your strength, balance, and mobility. It's vitamin E. Yes, that same antioxidant-rich nutrient you've heard praised for protecting your cells, supporting heart health, and even keeping your skin glowing. It can also be working against you if you're not careful. And here's the real kicker. Many seniors take high-dose vitamin E supplements thinking they're doing their bodies a favor. They believe these little pills are helping them stay strong, active, and youthful. But the truth is, too much vitamin E, especially in synthetic or concentrated forms, can actually weaken your legs, increase your risk of falls, and slow your body's ability to recover from even minor physical effort. Let me explain why. What is vitamin E, and why do we need it? Before we dive into the risks, let's first understand what vitamin E actually does. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant. That means it stays in your body longer than water-soluble vitamins like C or B complex. Its job is to protect your cells from oxidative stress, essentially, damage caused by free radicals that build up over time due to pollution, UV exposure, poor diet, and aging itself. In the right amounts, vitamin E supports healthy skin, immune function, cell communication, and yes, cardiovascular health. It also helps maintain the integrity of your blood vessels and supports nerve function, both of which play a role in leg strength and coordination. But like anything in life, balance is key. Too much of a good thing can quickly turn into a problem. And when it comes to vitamin E, most people don't realize just how easy it is to cross that line. The hidden danger: too much vitamin E equals weaker legs. Here's what happens when you take too much vitamin E. Your body stores the excess in your fat tissues and liver instead of flushing it out. Over time, this buildup interferes with your body's natural processes, especially those related to muscle repair, blood clotting, and neurological function. And one of the first places you'll notice this interference? Your legs. Studies have shown that older adults who take high-dose vitamin E supplements, especially above 400 IU per day, often experience decreased muscle strength, impaired coordination, increased fatigue after mild activity, and yes, more frequent falls. That's because vitamin E, when consumed in excess, disrupts the delicate balance between oxidative stress and tissue repair. Instead of protecting your muscles, it starts interfering with their ability to recover and respond to movement. Think of it like this: your muscles are constantly repairing themselves. Every time you walk, climb stairs, or stand up from a chair, tiny micro tears form in your muscle fibers. These tears are normal. In fact, they're how muscles grow stronger. But to heal properly, they need the right nutrients, hormones, and antioxidants at the right time. When you flood your system with too much vitamin E, you throw off that healing process. Instead of aiding recovery, it blunts the body's natural response to exercise and movement. Muscles become slower to adapt. Recovery takes longer. Strength fades. And before you know it, walking feels heavier. Standing feels harder. Balance feels less certain. Real stories. Real people affected by vitamin E overload. I want to share a story with you. Not fiction, but real life. A few years ago, I met a woman named Linda. She was 68, sharp-minded, always dressed elegantly, and used to being independent. She cooked her own meals, walked every morning, and even helped out with her grandchildren. But she came to me worried. "My legs just don't feel right," she said. "I'm tired all the time. My knees ache. I've even stumbled a couple times." We went through her diet, her medications, and finally, her supplements. One bottle caught my eye. Vitamin E, 400 IU per capsule, 2 capsules daily. That's 800 IU per day, more than 50 times the recommended daily intake for someone her age. Linda had been taking it for years, believing it was protecting her heart and keeping her joints healthy. But in reality, it was making her weaker. After stopping the supplement and switching to food-based sources of vitamin E, things like almonds, spinach, and avocado, Linda began to feel different within weeks. Her energy returned. Her balance improved. And within 3 months, she was walking again without hesitation. She told me later, "I didn't know a vitamin could hurt me. I thought I was doing everything right. So did thousands of others." The science behind the risk. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, wait, isn't vitamin E supposed to help prevent disease? And yes, in the right doses, it absolutely does. But science tells us that more is not always better. In fact, research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that high-dose vitamin E supplementation increased the risk of hemorrhagic stroke, a type of stroke caused by bleeding in the brain. Other studies have linked excessive vitamin E intake to impaired muscle function and slower reaction times, especially in older adults. Why? Because vitamin E has anticoagulant properties, meaning it thins the blood. In small amounts, that can be beneficial. But in large doses, it can interfere with your body's ability to stop bleeding, and more importantly for our discussion, it can impair muscle protein synthesis. That's the process your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle tissue after use. Without proper muscle protein synthesis, your legs lose strength. Your body becomes less efficient at recovering from everyday movement. And suddenly, something as simple as carrying groceries or climbing a flight of stairs becomes exhausting. Where does vitamin E come from? Now, let's talk about where you get vitamin E and how easy it is to accidentally consume too much. Natural sources of vitamin E include nuts and seeds, especially sunflower seeds and almonds. Leafy green vegetables, like spinach and kale. Avocados. Olive oil. Whole grains. These foods contain mixed tocopherols, which are the natural forms of vitamin E that your body can easily regulate and utilize. But then there are the supplements, and this is where problems begin. Most over-the-counter vitamin E supplements come in the form of alpha-tocopherol, a concentrated version that's isolated from the full spectrum of tocopherols found in nature. Some even contain synthetic versions, labeled as DL-alpha-tocopherol, which your body absorbs differently and may be more likely to accumulate. What's worse, many multivitamins and fortified foods already contain vitamin E. So if you're taking a separate supplement on top of that, you could be getting double or even triple the amount you actually need. How much vitamin E do you really need? The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for vitamin E in adults over 50 is around 15 milligrams per day, which equals roughly 22 IU. Yet, many popular supplements offer 400 IU, 800 IU, or even 1,000 IU per serving, far exceeding what your body needs. To put that into perspective, just a handful of almonds, about 23 nuts, gives you nearly half the RDA. 1 cup of spinach gives you another quarter. Add in a bit of olive oil on your salad or a slice of whole grain toast, and you've already hit your daily goal. There's no need for extra, unless you're specifically advised by a healthcare professional due to a diagnosed deficiency. The signs you might be taking too much vitamin E. How do you know if vitamin E is affecting your legs? Here are some red flags to watch for. Persistent leg weakness or fatigue. Muscle soreness without obvious cause. Frequent cramps or spasms. Difficulty standing up from a seated position. Reduced coordination or balance issues. Easy bruising or prolonged bleeding. Feeling unusually tired after light physical activity. If any of these sound familiar, it may be time to take a closer look at your supplement routine. What you can do right now. Okay, deep breath. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. Knowledge is power, and now that you understand the risks of oversupplementing with vitamin E, you can make smarter choices. Here's what to do next. White heavy checkmark, check your labels. Look at every supplement you take, including your multivitamin. Find the vitamin E content. If it's over 200 IU per serving, especially in synthetic form, it may be worth reevaluating. White heavy checkmark. Talk to your doctor. If you've been taking high-dose vitamin E for months or years, don't stop cold turkey without consulting a healthcare provider. Your body may have built up reserves, and sudden changes can affect other systems.